Hey yo, what's going on with those viewers of the tube? Tyler here, Chico Crypto, coming to you not live, not in the studio, but out in my backyard once again for a candid video. And I know the title, This Isn't Good, Bad News, is what it's all about. Let's first talk about Bitcoin and its price really quick. So Bitcoin has bounced off of 30K support late Sunday. And as of right now, it's pumped up to about 31.3K. And it got to a high of about 31.7, nearing 32. So, what's the reason? Well, traditional markets, they are up too. The Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P all started green, although they are succumbing to a little pressure, but they're all still up as of right now. So, what is this isn't good news? What is the bad news that is coming tomorrow? Well, there is a bipartisan bill that was written by both Democrats and Republicans, which means it'll be easier to pass through the voting through the Senate. The draft of its bill is very interesting, my friends. It was authored by, of course, Democrat Kristen Gillibrand, but also another very interesting person, a Bitcoin and crypto bull, not necessarily altcoin, but a definite Bitcoin bull, Senator Cynthia Lummis from Wyoming, who is a Republican. So, why do I say she's a Bitcoin bull? Well, Senator Lummis has given talks on, what she has bought in, and she talked about Bitcoin, buying it all the way back in 2013 for $300 a Bitcoin. And here recently, last year in August, she bought over between 50,000 to 100,000 in Bitcoin at those levels. So she is a Bitcoin hodler, which means this bill, which was originally authored by her, will heavily favor Bitcoin. And it does. It does, my friends. So let's talk what's in the bill, some of the things. So one of the big things in the bill is actually it excludes up to $100 of capital gains if those profits or, the crypto is used to buy goods and services. So that's great. Some people are saying, hey, we get some exclusion. Well, previous drafts of the bill, original drafts that were leaked, had it at $600. This new draft has it at just $100. So that's not much, especially with inflation, you guys. I mean, maybe that can buy you a loaf of bread here down the road once if the bill gets passed, But some of the bad things, why I say this is not good, the bill actually broadens the definitions of tokens policed by the SEC, aka many altcoins. They're putting the swath of tokens into the SEC's hands. So many altcoins would be considered securities, and that's not good for the altcoin market. So what tokens would be policed by the SEC? Well, it includes tokens that derive profit from others' managerial efforts, or those that provide a financial interest in the token's issuing effort. So number one, if the token crypto project creates a DAO, then it's not necessarily that bad, because you can't really say, a person is a manager. The DAO is the manager. So that would exclude those, But a lot of tokens had, a lot of the people who have interest in the company get a batch of tokens. So they do have an interest in the tokens issuing effort, which would be almost all altcoins, my friends. So this isn't good, as it expands the SEC's reach. Even though spokespersons for Cynthia Lummis and Gillibrand said that it actually contracts SEC's reach. No. Why do I say this, my friends? Well, the bill is creating loopholes in securities tax laws. The definitions of wording isn't, necessarily that concise and clear that it, proves what is not a security, what isn't. It's very broad, and that creates loopholes, and as we know, loopholes increase reach of the SEC. So it gives them power to kill altcoins, many of them out there. And it's detrimental to investor protection. I mean, the SEC was made to protect investors, the regular Joe and Jill, but actually, as we all know, the SEC is made to keep the status quo, keep those rich elite Wall Street bugs in power and earning the most money. So the bill actually isn't all, bad. There are some good parts about it. It's actually really kind to DAOs and those that register their DAOs as LLCs. But what is the reason for this, my friends? Well, Senator Lummis is the senator for Wyoming, and they are one of the first states to create framework for DAOs to register as LLCs. So, of course, this would be a big boost for Wyoming as they have the framework ready, so a lot of money would be running into Wyoming as many of the DAOs move to register there. A lot of tax money, etc., etc. So, you guys, the bill, it is, overreaching in my opinion. The language as of right now, it does create loopholes, and this isn't good for altcoins overall. But tomorrow, this is just a draft. This is just a draft bill, so it's not necessarily, the language that it's going to be. There could be some changes that come tomorrow because Senator Lummis said tomorrow the final draft will be ready. So we could have some changes. I don't think it's going to be changed that much, but even if, the changes are bad, or they're not favorable for altcoins, this does have to pass the voting, you guys. It has to move through at least 4 Senate committees, 4 different ones. And Lummis actually said the voting, even in the initial, committee, wouldn't start until next year, 2023. So even if this was to pass, it has to move through 4, and it wouldn't probably pass until the end of 2023 at the earliest. It could even move in 2024. So it's bad for altcoins. It's not good whatsoever, but it is good for Bitcoin. And I have a feeling that's part of the reason for the Bitcoin pump today. Of course, traditional markets are up, but Bitcoin's up way above anything the Dow, NASDAQ, or S&P is doing. So Bitcoin, it could do extremely well tomorrow. We could have a pump, up past 32K on the way to 34K. Bitcoin dominance, it is flying as of right now. We're moving up almost towards 50% Bitcoin dominance. I think we're at about 47.5 right now. By tomorrow, it could hit 50. That's not out of the realm of possibility. So I still am going to hold my theory about what Bitcoin's going to do. This may be, one of those bigger pumps we have where Bitcoin, everyone thinks it turns bullish, but I have a feeling 30K, we are in the depths of this bear market. 30K will be seen again. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Maybe a little below it, maybe a little above it, but 30K is the new 6K, and we are in the depths of the bear market. But what about altcoins, you should possibly be looking at? I mean, if this bill was to pass. Well, DAOs, of course. Those DAOs that are, registered, especially in the state of Wyoming. If this bill is going to become law, they have a pretty free pass, But also, you should be looking at SEC okayed coins. So there's only a few out there, but I'm actually going to be talking about one tomorrow that has had the SEC at some of their talks here recently. It is an SEC okayed coin. They have been playing by the rules, and this coin has big connections to the White House and government agencies beyond just the SEC. And I'm going to uncover it all tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But Ethereum, of course, if they're going to go after that, I don't think so. I mean, I think they're going to leave that into CFTC's hands. So ETH and other L1s, if they're sufficiently decentralized, I think they're okay. But this isn't the only content I'm going to be producing today. Well, I'm going to be producing, but it's not the only Chico Crypto content. I'm actually on the RiRi Gone Wild show, where she interviewed me about all things crypto, and that's going to be posted today. I'm sure she's just finishing up editing, getting it all nice and fancy. So link for RiRi's channel is down in the description. I recommend you check that out. And of course, you know, if you want to see Chico in person, I'm going to be at NFT NYC June 19th through the 23rd, as well as Polkadot Decoded in Berlin June 26th through July 3rd. So if you want to come hang out with Chico, I'd love to meet you all. Well, you guys, watch out. This isn't good for altcoins. Tomorrow it begins, but it's good for Bitcoin. Cheers. I'll see you next time.